Welcome to my channel. I'm Ayase. I'm showing and talking about my cross stitch projects in this channel. And first of all, I haven't uploaded videos for a while because I was just busy and I wanted to spend more time on stitching. But I'm fine. There are some finished projects and new start and ongoing projects. The first finish is this. This is a series of 4 designs and its title is Sending You Love. Sending You Love. This is for Valentine's Day, but I couldn't finish it before Valentine's Day, so I'm hoping to frame or do something for them before the next Valentine's Day. This design is by Nitka, and this design size is 102 wide by 79 high for each, and the fabric is 32 count linen and stitching with 2/2 using DMC 4 colors. Only 4 colors, but very pretty. The first one, preparing the ingredients, and second one, decorating, and the third, wrapping, and it's ready to send. By the way, the detailed information of each project is in the description part, so if I forget to mention in the video, you can find the information in the description part below. So if you are interested in, please check it. The next one is this Hinamatsuri or Dolls Festival, designed by Noriko So. Just in case you don't know about the Dolls Festival in Japan, we have that festival on March 3rd to pray growth and happiness for young girls, and most families with girls display dolls. So this is a set of dolls. There are several variations, and this is the full set. Emperor and Empress and 3 court ladies and 5 musicians and minister of the right and minister of the left. So he sits on the left side from his point of view, and 3 servants and furniture and household stuffs. So it's really amazing to put everything in this small chart. And so it is a festival for girls. There's a girl with kimono, and the festival is also called as Peach Festival. So I think these are peach flowers, maybe. And I stitched this on 32 count linen 2/2, and the design size is 63 wide by 63 high, and it's using 12 colors. And the next finish is this. This is a design from this book. I stitched one design for each month last year, and this is a design for May, and I already stitched another design for May, but I wanted to stitch this too, so I added this one this year. This is wisteria and butterfly, and in this book it was stitched on white fabric, and color and design of the butterfly was different. So I changed to the black fabric and also changed the butterfly. I stitched on the black linen for the first time, but it was really difficult for me, because I usually see the how warp and weft are overlapped. With this fabric, it is a bit difficult to distinguish. But the finish is very beautiful, and I like this one. This was designed by Unoe Megumi, and the size is 65 wide by 65 high, and this is Sajur linen, 32 count, and stitching with 2/2 using 11 colors. And the next finish is this. This is Bird Ukraine by Mr. Stitch and Mrs. Needle. This is a charity chart for Ukraine. I was stitching this in March, and I thought that military invasion would end sooner, and I really hope the situation becomes better. I used to work with a colleague from Ukraine, and he and his family live in the US for years, and not in Ukraine, but the news reminds me of him. The next section is ongoing projects. This one is Mystery Cell Stitch Along from Couturier, and this is the first part and in the middle of the first part, but I thought the color of the thread is not nice, and I want to restart this, but I don't know, you may never see this again, so just introducing. And the next one is this. This sampler is Disney Cross Stitch from Hachette Collections Japan. I'm stitching this sampler. So this fabric is Aida 11 count, and the kit says I should use 3 strands, and it includes original thread, but I don't like that thread, and I wanted to stitch with 4 strands for 11 count cloth, so I'm using DMC thread with 4 strands. So the series includes the kit, cloth and thread, and the chart for the sampler, and it also has some other charts, not kits, some charts. And I also have a kit for this book cover. I like the design, but well, I have too many projects, and I think I will stop when I finish this first sampler. And the next one is this. This is also this book. This is the design for July. I already stitched another one last year, and this is the second one. This will be 76 wide by 73 high, using 15 colors. And from here I'm going to show you my full coverage pieces. The first one is this from Haid, Heaven and Earth Designs. This is Curious Ye Old Kitchen Kitten Max Colors, artwork by Chiro Marchetti. Its design size is 400 wide by 277 high, and it uses 236 colors. And I already reached the I'm stitching from the right and already reached the left side, and I have what's this, a plate and jars, and I haven't found a kitten yet. So Max color chart requires time to stitch, but it's very beautiful in the detail. And the next one is this. This is an illustration from a book, Ascendance of Book 1, Part 2, Volume 3. No, Volume 2, Part 2, Volume 2. And its size is 439 wide by 500 high. So far I have finished about 15%. Some trees, and this is a vehicle shape of lion with wings, and I can see wings and ears and forehead, back and tail, and what to say, hair, I don't know. Gradation is not very smooth, but it's okay if you see from the distance. And the next one is this. This is also from an illustration, and I charted it using an app. And its size is 522 wide and 854 high. And I already finished about 2.8%, only 2.4, 2.8. Almost only green colors and a bit of black here. I have no idea how many years I need to finish this one. And the last one is this. I newly started this one. This is also from an illustration of a book. And its size is 500 wide by 698 high, almost 700. And it uses 111 colors. Oh, by the way, this one uses 180 colors, and this one 242 colors, maybe. Well, I have 4 full coverage pieces, and the fabric and stitch are not the same. This one I'm using 28 count Lugana, and I'm using two strands. You see, two strands, and this is basket weave 10 stitch. So the back side is like basket, and it consumes the thread very much. And it is faster when I'm stitching the single color like this part, but it is really complicated and takes time when I use many colors. And this one uses the same fabric, 28 count Lugana, and this is normal full cross stitch. And back side, like this. And this one I'm stitching on the 32 count Lugana and full cross stitch. This uses less colors. The back side is like this. Here I have only one color. And here a bit complicated. And this one I'm stitching on linen, 44 count linen, and this is one strand half stitch. Like this, back side. By the way, I was asked how I'm stitching this one, how to proceed. So I'd like to explain how I stitch. This one and this one I'm stitching samely. This is full cross stitch, and I'm stitching row by row, each row separately but in parallel. So stitch once first row and second row, third row, fourth row, like this. Basically I part the thread to the left, but if I don't have place to park to the left, then I park to the next row or next row. It uses many threads. If I'm using the same color here and here and here, I need 4 threads of the same color, but I never parked to the upper rows, so the rule is simple. It's easy to find the next place to park, but for pieces with many colors, it requires to cut thread very often, so it's not a fast method. And this one I'm stitching with 10 stitch and basket weave method. I stitch like this, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Like this, and I'm doing this method for each 5 rows. And this is the basic idea, but if I do this like this, I will have the horizontal lines every 5 rows. So I'm doing this like this. So you see, and with this method, the front side looks like this, and the back side will be like this. So this is called as a basket weave, and I believe this causes less distortion. And there's also a 10 stitch called as Continental, and it is like this is front side, and back side will be like this, and I guess it will cause more distortion, and this causes less distortion of the fabric. I don't know, I have never tried this one, and this is my first 10 stitch project. And this one is 10 stitch, no, half stitch. So I'm stitching like this, like this, and I'm also stitching this row by row. First row, second row, third row, fourth row and fifth row like this. So this may cause distortion, but I didn't want to do the basket weave method for this, so I'm trying with the half stitch. 44 count is very fine. When I draw these grid lines, I usually use friction ballpoint pen of size 0.5 millimeters, but this is too bold for this, so I newly bought this extra fine pen of 0.38. Okay, that's all for today. Thank you for watching, and I hope to see you in the next video.